good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
And we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 50K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
The Breakfast Club is one of the most iconic radio shows in hip-hop, and they have interviewed a ton of huge artists. But these interviews don't always go well. From heated arguments and guests crying to people straight up leaving, these are the most intense moments in Breakfast Club history. Starting off with the Beanie Sigel interview. Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, and Angela Yee have interviewed tons of people over the Breakfast Club's 15-year run. And while there are a bunch of classic interviews which highlight the show's good side, there are quite a few heated moments that have taken place on the show as well. And Charlamagne in particular is known for pushing the guest buttons. So a perfect example to start with is the 2016 Beanie Sigel interview. Beanie Sigel is most known for his early connections with Rockefeller Records. Overall, he's pretty well liked in the industry and is even credited for giving Ye the nickname Yeezy. Before this interview, there was a little bit of tension because Charlamagne had made some comments about Beanie Sigel and Meek Mill's beef, suggesting that Beans was wishy-washy. So from the start of the show, Charlamagne jumped right into it, addressing the tension.
Now, we've had some opinions about each other over the past month or so. I heard you on
Oh,
that
fresh
podcast.
beef.
Yeah. And then, you know, I was questioning you with your diss records, man. You sound like a hater lately, man.
A hater?
Yeah.
How you say that?
Cause I feel like, you know, you put out 2 diss records, but then you was in the studio with me like 8 days prior to the first diss record, and I'm like, if anybody else did it, I think you'd be saying that was a sucker move. That's
I don't think you qualified to even say I sound like a hater because you don't know all the particulars. So how you qualified to say I'm a hater?
Need deets.
Why?
The details.
But why do you say I'm a hater?
Because, you know, everything is, that used to be me, and I used to be in that position.
When did you ever hear me say that?
Real quick, you might have noticed the pissed off meter they had in the corner. And the floating head is Fredro Starr from Onyx, who had one of the most heated Breakfast Club rants of all time.
No.
Why we got an issue?
Because the way you brought up some shit on some slick shit, I ain't with all that, B. I'm a real nigga.
Oh, you talking about the
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
Bring it back up again.
What you want me to do?
I don't want nothing. I want you to do nothing, nigga. You gonna do what you gonna do.
I mean, you said it.
That niggas ain't playing my fucking record up here.
I ain't heard of records.
You don't need to, nigga.
Why we got an issue, bro?
Because you brought some shit up that I ain't like, nigga, and I don't like that.
It's on his
I ain't
chest.
no bitch ass nigga.
I ain't say you was, but you
Don't
said
play
it.
Breakfast Club, nigga.
Breakfast Club.
Alright, let's get on with the interview.
I don't know what you want me to do.
You can't do nothing, nigga. You can't do nothing, nigga. That's what I'm saying, nigga.
Oh, the
you can't do
eyeglasses
nothing,
came off.
big man.
Ooh.
You can't do nothing, nigga. I know it's so
that.
fucking good, nigga.
I ain't here for that.
Playing the guard.
I ain't here for that.
So it's
So what was his name on? You probably didn't watch Moesha.
Moesha?
You watch? You didn't watch Moesha.
Mo to the E
Okay,
to the.
but you watch it every week.
Nah.
Okay, I forgot his name, but you know he was always rough around the edges.
That's the
you
character
know?
he actually played a lot.
Himself.
You know what I'm saying?
He played himself.
I guess he just built like that. He had it on his chest though.
You know, couldn't do that on daytime television.
I feel it.
Listen.
Yeah, Charlamagne said I ain't here for all that. He said I'm just here to get his interview. Like he do his job.
Yeah, he do. But you know, he came there with it on his mind.
Man.
That Charlamagne kept asking questions that upset Beans, which created this very obvious and almost cringy
Pushing
tension
buttons,
throughout the
man.
entire interview.
Just pushing
Charlamagne kept
buttons.
pressing and pressing Beans about his beef with Meek Mill. To fill you all in, basically Meek and Beanie were cool for quite a while, as both rappers are from Philly. But then, all of a sudden, after some bubbling rumors of beef, Beanie Sigel took aim at Meek Mill on a podcast. Then Meek posted some text that made it seem like they were cool literally a week before Beans took aim at him. So Charlamagne is saying that it seems like he's just wishy-washy, switching up on his friends, which clearly upset Beans.
But you don't think, Beans, after a while, it starts to look like your MO, like when something don't go Beans' way, Beans gets upset? Like
You keep harping on that. Didn't we just answer that?
Whether it was with Hov or like
Still
now
going.
with me.
That's personal, dog. That was personal. I explained that already. He put the call and I was dead. Strapped tooth and nail. Ready to bust ass about the because he a part of our family. You understand what I'm saying? How you don't understand? Because you know why? Because you not from that cloth.
Oh,
That finger.
I don't get
You
He
not.
say not
That's
from the
why you
cloth.
don't understand that.
Life's too short to be wasting your time with suckers or people you think is suckers.
Okay, so why I'm here? I think you're a sucker. So I should be out, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Bro, he
Yeah,
don't care for real.
I mean, I
He really don't.
I wouldn't really have a conversation with a sucker.
Why you
Yeah,
say
you
that
sit
now?
here and you're a bad little girl, little mama, till she cry. That's what you do. Coward, nigga.
Me and you talking to each other now. I tell you.
Bro, I think what happened is, and this is just beyond the conversation. Like you are going to be put in positions where your buttons is going to get pushed, and it's going to show you where you need work at. Charlamagne know he's giving radio right now. He obviously is still asking the wrong questions because this man don't want to talk about this.
He think about abuse.
See, I know what I got to get done.
Hypocrite.
Hold on, wait.
I think you be.
Oh,
We're gonna have to rewind that. But
I got
let's
something to say.
give it up to Wendy Williams, baby. She trained him correctly.
oh, Wendy is
No
full
fear. No fear.
Wendy is full of. She gonna get on that. I heard a couple little slight videos that she would like go in on big celebrities.
Everybody.
She did not care.
She was in everybody's business.
She did not care.
Let's bring her back.
Yeah, you're a bad a little girl, little mama, till she cry. That's what you do. Coward, nigga.
Me and you talking to each other now. I tell you, I think you're a hypocrite.
You can think what you want.
And I think you be coming off as a hater sometimes.
Straight up.
It got to the point where Beans would low-key threaten Charlamagne, saying no one would dare square up with him. But of course that wouldn't stop Charlamagne the God from pushing his buttons over and over again, right up until the end of the interview.
Well, I know I'm not qualified to speak on this, but you can understand how some people don't take
I
what
was
you're
still
doing
saying
is
that.
all the way solid.
You might not think that, and you're not qualified, dog. You're a rated personality, man.
That is
You
a
don't
fact.
come from my world. You don't come from, you wouldn't understand my world. You don't come from my world. You don't know nothing about it.
Nah, I don't.
Yeah,
Just
stop
say I
running
got
your fucking mouth, man.
And I don't want
Stop running your fucking mouth. You shouldn't. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
No doubt.
You talking about somebody who went to war with police. It's dangerous. Attempted murders in the height of my career. It's
I
dangerous.
said the height of my
You don't know
career.
nothing about that, man.
You know this
No,
right
you
there
sit
would
up
have
here,
taken me
your
off.
job is to
Don't
play
put your
games.
hand in my face.
Play with something safe, man. Don't play with me.
It was clear that Beans was
That's my favorite line. That's my
Something
favorite
safe.
line. Baby, go find you something safe to do and go find something to be happy about. You okay?
I'm in for the jokes though, because I think Charlamagne was doing his job
Yeah, what
correctly.
happened to Beans?
I don't know.
I watched all his movies. I know that he did get locked up before, but
Yeah.
like, what happened to him, y'all?
And he definitely played himself too in movies because he was always had that aggression
I love
too.
his movies.
He always had that aggression too.
Yes.
Hard body. He said play with somebody else.
snapping throughout this entire interview, but he held it together for the whole time. He also
Shout
dropped
out.
some classic
He did.
lines
He said
like,
back
play
down.
with something safe, don't play with me. And fans in the comments all generally supported
We have
Beans,
always
saying
said
it felt
play
like
with something,
Charlamagne
play.
was attacking him the entire time.
find
So
something
besides
sensitive.
Charlamagne's comments before about Beans' beef with Meek, there wasn't really any notable beef between those two outside the interview. And afterwards, not much else happened besides DJ Envy and Angela Yee reflecting on the situation in an interview with Drink Champs.
You thought Beans was gonna snuff Charlamagne at that time?
I didn't think he was gonna snuff Charlamagne, but I knew he was gonna have some words for him, and I knew it was gonna be tense. See, one thing about Beans is Beans is back in the day he probably would have swung on Charlamagne, but now Beans is a businessman. He knows what his beef has gotten him. I mean, because you got kids that didn't know who Beanie Sigel was, but now they know who Beanie is. So now he knows he has to deliver music. So he's gonna play up. He's gonna do what he has to say. So I knew he wouldn't necessarily swing, but I did know that it was gonna get to it. Like it was gonna get 10.
But like I said earlier, Charlamagne beefing with his guests is not a one-off occasion. And another iconic one was his beef with Birdman. If you
Oh,
don't
that
know
should have been
Birdman,
number one.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. This is my thing. They know Charlamagne, right? And they still sit all of the people who's come and get interviewed right on side of him.
Yeah, they put him
Right
right
outside.
on the hot seat. Basically, that's a hot seat. Y'all know this man receipts. Y'all know his record. He's known for this type of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So.
But we gotta give it up to Charlamagne. He ain't going back down.
He's not, but at the
He
end of
not.
the day, like I said, I'm here for entertainment, and he knows his job is radio.
He do
So,
his
and
job.
but for the gentleman, as for Beans, as for him as well, being patient on a radio platform like that with millions of people listening. Oh yeah, bro, he held his own. That water did not overspill.
Yeah.
He did that.
and co-founder of Cash Money Records, who helped develop artists like Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj. And like Charlamagne, Birdman is also no stranger to beef. So this combo created one of the most iconic interviews in Breakfast Club history.
Now Birdman is that type of guy. He's like, man, look, we're not going to act like we here just sitting on the radio together. This is a face to face. Stop playing with me, man. Stop. We about to hear it. We about to hear it.
I'm gonna start this shit off straight, telling all three of y'all stop playing with me.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
He said all three of y'all.
Yeah.
So this combo created one of the most
We
iconic
gonna start it off
interviews in
like
Breakfast
that.
Club history.
Real New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
Real
Start
Louisiana.
this shit off straight, telling all three of y'all stop playing with my name. Let's go on in, let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it on camera.
Stop playing with my name.
Let's
I ain't
go
gonna
right
say
on
it no
in.
more.
You don't say it no more.
My name, come on, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. I don't know about where y'all from,
Bruh,
but in Louisiana, baby, that come straight from our mama and our grandma.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
Them
Yes,
words hold
very
weight,
scarred.
man. It hurts. It hurts. Them words hold real weight, bro. Like, yeah.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
I wanted to talk to you, your man, in your face.
Absolutely.
You understand me? I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't thought that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel.
Okay.
You understand me? Straight up like a man.
So what's the issue?
Ain't no issue. If it was an issue, you'll feel me. I just want to let y'all know, stop, put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
Did you pull up on Ross that way or Trick Daddy?
And I'm pulling
here you
up
go.
on you, nigga.
Yeah, but I'm the radio guy. Why pull up on the radio guy? Don't act tough with the radio
I
guy.
hear you, my nigga. Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
I'm finished, so y'all done. All right.
Okay, that was definitely Charlamagne throwing the white flag. He threw that flag fast as heck. He said, "I am the radio guy. Don't come at me. Whatever the beef is or whatever it is that y'all got words exchanged." He said, "I am supposed to say this type of stuff. Everybody else has a choice."
I don't remember what the beef was.
I don't either.
Was it the Lil Wayne stuff?
I'm not sure what that one was. Like, to be honest with everybody out there, like media beef and stuff, I and my wife don't really dive into it. If it just surface, it surface. And that's what it be at. So this surface, and he was trending for stop playing with my name.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
No, but honestly, aside from not paying people, never mind. So they put the respect on his name. And I love Baby. I
Yeah.
love Master P. I love what they did for the city, for Louisiana.
Heard that.
I love it. But besides that, I do feel like people don't celebrate him like they celebrate everybody else.
It's the
like,
South though. It's the whole South.
Yeah.
Really though, it's the whole
really,
South.
I
Like
think he
I would. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
Yeah, I would like mainstream music that really go crazy in the clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get enough play, but it plays. But it's not getting the recognition plays that I feel can still push the masses to see how the culture is.
Right.
And I'm just leave it at that.
Right, but I mean, everybody wouldn't be saying the 99 and 2000 still in 2025 had it not been for Baby.
Yeah.
So,
Heard that.
stop waiting till people die to give them their flowers.
See, look at me.
Oh, they out the door. Solidly too. Nobody talking. Everybody just looking.
They're confused because this was supposed to be
Grand
a
opening, grand closing.
The interview
Play the
lasted
music.
around 2 minutes and was one of the shortest interviews the Breakfast Club has ever had. And while everyone was laughing at the interview, some people were also super confused why Birdman came in so hot, since he usually doesn't even do interviews. And it turns out that Charlamagne had been talking pretty bad about Birdman through the years, especially about how the label owner underpaid his artist and him kissing Lil Wayne. Shortly after this interview went super viral and everyone started weighing in on it and giving their opinions, including Birdman himself.
And I felt it was time for me to go sit down and see this man. I think for a few years he been just slandering my name, just playing with my name and not respecting me. To me as a man, it was deeper than music to me. So I just wanted to go up there and see what's happening, man. Put some respect on my name, straight up.
In the rest of the interview, Birdman promoted his Put Some Respect on My Name t-shirt and explained that he usually doesn't pay attention to drama, but since Charlamagne had been talking for years, he felt like the confrontation was needed. But his response was mild compared to Young Thug, who decided to hop in and make some threats at our boy Charlamagne.
Charlamagne, this man nigga torture you, boy. Told me, say your man beat the fuck out you.
Then Charlamagne gave his reaction with DJ Vlad, where he said before the interview he had never even met Birdman,
Doesn't
so
look like
the beef didn't
Charlamagne.
even feel real to him.
Like I always tell people, I'm fully aware of the things that I said, you know, and the things that I said is, why would anybody ever sign to Birdman when it's a history of him not paying his artists? I mean, you've heard this since the Hot Boy days, and I mean now, the man that he calls his son, Lil Wayne, man, he got tattooed on his chest. The man we've seen him kiss. He's going through it with Birdman. You see him on stage saying F Cash Money, F the Birdman. So it's like I've expressed that numerous amounts of times. And yeah, I'm the radio guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here proclaiming to be a thug. I'm not out here proclaiming to be a gangster. I ain't never told nobody pull up on me and, you know, you gonna see what's up and what's what, you know. I'm a man at the end of the day. But go pull up on a guy that's being tough with you.
Charlamagne then said that Birdman reached out to come back on The Breakfast Club again, but he claims he said no since he felt there was no point after how the first interview went. And since DJ Envy and Birdman are friends, Charlamagne said that shortly after the interview, the two spoke on the phone and cleared the air. But Envy wasn't the only one to squash the beef. Even Charlamagne and Birdman eventually did as well.
Birdman is somebody who, me being from the South, you know, he's an OG that I look up to as far as
Charlamagne, I'm not.
As far as being old, you can't deny him. You know, you can't deny what Young Money, Cash Money has done. And my man, Big Bank from the Big Facts podcast, he put us on the phone one time together, and I was able to tell him that.
Big
you
Bank
know,
put him together.
it was just mutual respect. You know, so that was a fulfilling conversation.
And ironically, this phone call ended up being longer than the actual interview. And while Charlamagne's been the main reason for the issues so far, and DJ Envy is usually catching some strays, in the interview with Desus and Mero, DJ Envy was actually the one who started the beef. Desus and Mero are a pair of comedians who got popular with their podcast Bodega Boys, which got them an even bigger late-night talk show called Desus and Mero. Then they decided to go on The Breakfast Club in 2018. DJ Envy, who always introduces the guest, opened up by calling the two dickhead and pussy out of nowhere. Envy said the two owe his wife an apology because they made a joke that she was only there for Envy's money. This is because Envy and his wife had a cheating scandal, and they discussed it on a TV show. Desus and Mero reacted to the clip on their show and cracked some jokes, which clearly upset Envy. Envy even had the clip loaded up for the interview.
Everything was fantastic. He was a wonderful father. He never failed at that. I really didn't see any red
He's like, damn, you lying as hell. You lying like a motherfucker for me. I appreciate you, Queen.
No, not them reacting like that.
And when I found out, I hired a divorce attorney. Wow. I even began to prep my kids. And
how do you prep your kid? Your daddy ain't shit.
Envy was ready to speak his piece.
Talk to him.
Envy.
He did it with the echo shit too. Like, yo, I ain't really.
Y'all gonna learn to leave people's marriages alone.
Yeah, boy, that's wild.
Like a letdown. It felt like
but it's not just that though, because I mean, once you have your business in the internet, bro, any laundry, people can do what they want with it. It's like it's literally to that extreme.
Right, you put it out.
But at the same time, how you choose to respond is just you. It's how you can pull a Birdman and say, oh, regardless of what I got going on, and then regardless of my music or my lifestyle is, whatever it is, you still have to put some respect on my name at the end of the day, however you choose to go about it. But once your stuff is out there, people do what they want, man.
Yeah, but still, respect people's marriages.
Man, it's crazy out here.
And you know, like I was Rashawn at home, but in the streets I was DJ Envy. So it was two different people. And
I didn't know DJ Envy.
Right. And it was a situation.
Well, you know them DJ Envy checks though. What? I don't know.
You know them DJ Envy checks, so that's a little disrespectful, brother.
That was a joke, Envy. For real?
I'm talking about my wife.
All right, I apologize then. They assured that it was just a joke and apologized, but Envy was still mad because the guys kept giving excuses for why the joke wasn't a big deal. But eventually the guys apologized even more and also shouted out.
He's mad for
okay, cool. You established
Get on ring on.
Understand with Claro? Boom.
Everything good?
Everything's good.
Sure y'all need 5 minutes, New York style? You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I got my space on, you know what I'm saying? My shit is tight.
Everybody good?
They gonna joke their way out the door.
Fine, you good?
We put some respect on your name, you know what I'm saying?
So, Mero, you want to therapy now, alright?
Yeah, it's very important. It's very important.
After a few more slight jokes that they made about Envy throughout the interview, Envy eventually got up and just left.
By the way, man, I don't know what
Yeah, because they was still laughing at
voodoo
it.
Desus put on me back in the day. But Desus was trying to get me out the paint with black women for a long time.
All right, but that's my homeboy. It's you. You did your grade.
Yeah, this is an odd, very much awkward setup here because Charlamagne's homeboy Envy was being basically bashed by these two gentlemen, and these two gentlemen is having a whole laughing moment with Charlamagne. And I understand it's a job at the end of the day, but it's just an awkward, it's an awkward table setup.
Right, and his mind is on his wife.
Right, and I feel like, I don't know, it's just awkward. It's mad awkward.
Every day you dig your own grave. Like you can't, you just
like looking at him walk out the door.
Nah, a little word.
Yo,
I mean, not for nothing, we doing a 5-city tour. So I mean, be sure to check that out. We got Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island.
to that. Hold on. Please put the camera on Envy's chair right now. that nigga is light-skinned. You hear me?
After this, Angela Yee explained that Envy takes things about his wife very seriously and that joking about it will set him off. The guys were both pretty confused because they weren't sure what else to do besides apologize, which they did multiple times, and then they just continued joking by apologizing to Charlemagne, Angela Yee, the cameraman, pretty much everyone else in the studio, and plenty of other people.
Walls.
Overall, it was a really funny situation, and the comments were all clowning a ton on Envy, saying things like, Envy went to the bathroom to throw air punches in the mirror. Envy calls his wife like, hey honey, I did what you told me to do.
That's
Envy
crazy.
was one joke away from crying.
No.
Following this interview, Desus and Mero talked about the situation a little bit more in one of their episodes.
This morning, DJ Envy got his light-skinned dumb feelings on the Breakfast Club.
Wow. About you being on a show with your wife discussing why. I don't gotta say it.
Y'all didn't have that energy in that room,
huh? Okay, we made a joke about that. And you getting mad at me?
They rewatched the clip and doubled down, going at how soft DJ Envy's response came off. The comments continued to on Envy as well, saying he definitely practiced that confrontation in the mirror a bunch of times. People also...
Oh Lord, I am not for the internet. I really am not. Baby, you gotta keep that same energy as that you had in that room. Don't wait to after where you comfortable again on your camera to go in. Y'all didn't have that on camera. I mean, and when y'all was in front of his face, like.
Some people just show a different level of gangster, bro, and it's obviously they didn't like how Envy was trying to hold his weight on this side of his.
That was about his wife.
But they saying he didn't hold it correctly. They calling him soft. They say he walked off the set. They say
But they was the ones apologizing.
No, I'm talking about the internet. How everybody else was perceiving how he handled it. You know what I'm saying? So they just added fuel to their fire to go back on the internet and talk more crap about it.
Well, he couldn't be like Birdman. That's his job.
Again,
that's his job.
That's what I'm saying. It's an awkward setup, bro. And then Charlemagne was laughing the entire time. It took Yee to say something, not Yee. Angela, it took Angela to actually say something for them to understand that they really do need to apologize. Type
right,
stuff.
right. Like you gotta understand the predicament that he's in. This is his job. He can't go off on them like he would on the street. This is his job, and that's the interview.
Please, man.
I mean, he could, but
you know how many people I seen on the 9 to 5 cut up?
Yeah, but he didn't want that image. Apparently.
I took the image. What you mean? In a heartbeat.
But
what you talking about?
In front of a camera, though.
Yeah, this is a warehouse full of cameras because you have to have safety precaution. Okay. Nah, don't water his situation down because he's in front of millions.
Who watering what down? What I'm saying is, when they was there in front of him,
they should have kept the
same energy,
nah,
like how they're reacting.
1000%. Yeah,
and that's my thing. I always say, y'all, baby, I am not. What you see is what you get on and off camera. Okay, there's absolutely no fear in my bones about nobody.
Yeah, we got
not a soul. Oh my bad.
Pointed out that Envy was being a little bit hypocritical because he was getting mad at the guys and telling them to respect his wife because of a joke when he was the one that cheated on her. Charlemagne took Envy to what Charlemagne the Breakfast Club court, where he accepted the apology and gave context as to why he walked out.
Breakfast Club court.
Now, don't get it twisted. I do accept the apology because when he apologized, he sounded sincere, like he really didn't know when he apologized and he understood. The reason I left the interview is because you're a jokester. You're a comedian.
Why does it always come back to Charlemagne?
And you make everything funny, and I was mad, and I didn't want that energy up here. So I said, I'm just gonna remove myself from the situation. If somebody falls on their face and busts their nose, you make a joke out of it. That's
because I'm just trying to lighten the mood.
No, you're not.
You already hurt. So why continue?
You already hurt.
Just add on to the pain.
What's even funnier is that people called in after this and told Envy they just didn't agree with him. But in the end, it seems that the beef was squashed after Desus and Mero sent a lighthearted joke gift to Envy.
Well, a year ago, DJ Envy walked out of our appearance on The Breakfast Club.
And this week, to celebrate his walkout anniversary, we sent him a peace offering, and he loved it.
Shout out to Desus and Mero. They sent me a gift last week, man.
What they sent you? You didn't tell us that.
Desus and Mero.
They sent me a gift last week, man.
What they sent you?
We got an edible arrangement that said happy anniversary from Dickheaded Pussy.
Oh, whenever he came on it, yeah, that's what he called him.
Envy's wife even addressed the situation when she went on The Breakfast Club. And while Desus and Mero had a much funnier incident, Lil Mama's interview would become so infamous and such a bad look for The Breakfast Club that many people in this video actually referenced it. Lil Mama's a successful rapper and actor, but you might remember her from how Jay-Z's 2009 VMA performance ended when she just invited herself up on stage. She was winning at the time that this happened and still went on to have a long and successful career, but this incident definitely had a bit of negative impact. 2 years after the VMAs and a break from music, Lil Mama appeared on The Breakfast Club to explain the situation.
Special guest in the building?
I can't believe this.
What?
I honestly can't believe that she showed up.
It's poppin', Lil Mama.
Now, Lil Mama, you know, we give it to you hard on this show. You know, one of my nicknames for you is the voice of the young struggle face. It's because you're young, but you have an old face. Like how Drake says, you know, I'm really too young to be looking at
Yo, this old Charlamagne was...
Old. I got an old soul, but I feel like people tell me I look 12, 13. They tell me I'm sexy.
I have heard. Everybody in this room has heard.
12 or
Everybody
13,
says, okay,
she
Lil
looks
Mama.
sexy.
This is crazy.
Right? I don't think it's necessarily true that they focus on one female at a time. I just think it's one female right now that people actually care about.
That's popping.
That has generated interest. Like, I mean, you've only got one album. Voice of the Young People. One single that people remember. Lil Mama was popping. But since then, you haven't done anything.
Charlamagne, like usual, came in hot as hell. Charlamagne, for whatever reason, was just roasting her, calling her old, implying she was ugly, and just making fun of her career. And then they eventually got to the elephant in the room, which was the VMA situation.
Now let's talk about Lil Mama's her biggest thing in her life. Not the album, not the TV show. Standing on stage with Jay-Z.
Envy, stop trying to come from my neck talking about the biggest thing in my life.
That was the biggest thing.
White people who don't know who Lil Mama is, Asian people who don't know who Lil Mama is, people over right now in Africa who might not know who Lil Mama is, say, who the hell is that girl standing next to Alicia Keys and Jay-Z?
That's when I realized that you were delusional as hell. Because what made you feel like you could get up and go on stage with Alicia Keys and Jay-Z?
Lil Mama tried to explain that it was just her showing love, but it got poorly received. And then Charlamagne just started making fun of her again.
Jay-Z was like, who's this young man trying to get on stage?
Yo, Charlamagne's son, his daughter, I just saw him, just beautiful. But anyway, I mean, I don't
Are you high? And by this point, it seemed like she was getting tired of the comments. Lil Mama continued saying, well, she apologized, she doesn't regret it, and that many people in the industry supported her still, including Snoop.
I'm like,
Snoop gets high.
Yeah, Snoop gets high.
So he probably was just talking out his ass.
So what about if Snoop was right here right now? What would you say?
I would say, Snoop, you really want to do a track with Lil Mama?
It's already done.
Oh, you did a track with her?
Yeah, what are you saying?
Wow.
But yeah.
Shut it up, Charlamagne.
Shut up, Charlamagne.
Yeah.
Listen, are the rumors true?
He's ahead of himself. Literally.
Are the rumors true about Keisha Cole shooting a biopic and you're going to play a young Frankie?
You know what? I saw your little video. You're a mess. You need to stop. You need to stop it.
Charlamagne, of course, took issue with this. They took a call from quite a few Lil Mama fans who kept offering support, and right after this, Charlamagne went back in on her. He also said if your face was the Bible, it would be the Old Testament. I just thought that one was crazy, I had to tell you guys. And like I said, plenty of other people called in, and pretty much everyone was supporting her, which it seemed like bothered Charlamagne. He kept shit-talking her, and things were constantly tense. It started to seem like the interview was feeling a bit more friendly, like Lil Mama seemed cool with the jokes and would roast him back, but that didn't last too long. Then Angela Yee stepped in and asked Lil Mama a genuine question, and when she responded, things got serious.
Because for me, Lil Mama, I feel like right now you're not focused on doing music. You said that you want to take a hiatus from music. You said that you want to move to Paris, and all these different things, which leads me to believe that music is not your focus right now.
Yeah.
So, if it was your focus, maybe you would be out there promoting.
Listen, okay, I've taken a step away from music already. I'm getting back into the music now.
Okay,
my
so that's
music will
the
speak
plan.
for itself. I'm not here to say what I'm gonna do. When I was 17 years old, I put out an album while my mother was dying of cancer. That right there alone is a struggle. That's hard.
Right.
That's tough for anybody. But my music will speak for itself. My actions will speak for itself. My mother will be proud. My father will be proud. At the end of the day, and nobody can stop me. Period.
She went on a rant pointing out the hypocrisy of Charlamagne not being supportive and how the show is putting artists down. I think Charlamagne caught the vibe because the jokes kind of stopped and he switched to a more serious note, and DJ Envy tried to end the interview on a high note. A lot of people tried to blame her crying on Charlamagne for bullying her the whole time, which definitely makes sense, but I mean, she kind of started after Angela Yee brought up her mom. So when I watched it the first time, that's what I thought it was. But regardless, this interview caused so many fans to be upset at Charlamagne for being so rude to a 20-year-old girl, which definitely makes sense. Around 5 years later, Lil Mama reappeared on The Breakfast Club with the tension tension being broken down immediately.
Fist Club, we got a special guest in the building.
So this is my thing. I don't know what was the purpose of the interview, because was she promoting something?
He said he was surprised that she even came.
I'm not sure. That was just weird. I do remember those headlines and things like that, but like Dion said earlier, we don't be with the negativity. So most times y'all send us stuff, and that's when we find out things.
Into the crime. Lil Mama.
Lil Mama's in the building.
What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Now let's clear it up. Last time you was here.
Why you use that?
He's so upset. Because everybody thinks Charlamagne's a bully.
Yes.
He is a bully.
Yeah, Charlamagne, you're a bully.
I didn't make you cry, right?
No, not technically, no. No, it wasn't you. You know who it was? It was Angelique, because I did see the interview where you said, you know, it was Angelique, and then I watched it back. I said, wait, it was Angela. I got it. What is it? No, I'm playing.
So she made it clear that while Charlamagne did bug her a bit, she was mostly upset about her mom. Charlamagne was right back on the jokes though. Then the whole crew tried to get Charlamagne to apologize, but I'm sure you guys can guess that didn't happen.
I think it's a good time for Charlamagne to apologize for that interview.
Hold on, wait, I gotta look cute.
I got to look because you were very mean.
I gotta look cute when I accept my apology.
And you do look cute.
Not apologize.
You got to.
You should.
Come on, Charlamagne.
You were really mean. You know you
Oh,
you might have Charlamagne.
Called a boy.
It was jokes.
When Lil Mama doubled down on Charlamagne going too far, she did admit that some of the things he was criticizing about her was accurate. Overall, the episode went much better than the first, so you would think that him and Lil Mama were cool now. But years later on an interview Charlamagne had with Fat Joe, Lil Mama commented, "At Charlamagne the God is a bitch-ass dude too." Why? Because when I reviewed tapes on how he tried to trick me, a black young successful woman from the bottom, out of my spot, he actually goes on the list with the cops, killers, feds, and other haters. Charlamagne never addressed this comment. And regardless, this interview went down as one of the worst interviews in Breakfast Club history. If you guys like this video, you might like my similar video about Nardwuar.
Yeah, we're gonna separate that. Make sure you guys check his channel. I don't know what to say. I feel like they have some podcasts and radio interviewers and whatnot. They do have their picks. They're gonna have some people that they're gonna have on there. They're gonna humiliate them straight up. That's like that's their goal. And then they have some people they're gonna just put on the pedestal. That's life at the end of the day at some point too. So.
That's why people need their PR team. Don't ask this question. Let them get mad.
Or just go through a couple life lessons and go in there with your helmet on and get ready to headbutt some people because they're gonna come at you.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.